Hello everybody, welcome back. How amazing is it to be back? And we have the tripod. I can lift you up and down again, and it's much nicer. So this video should be going out on Thursday, and I thought I have literally just got back today. Very quickly, I'll just say that I got back a couple of hours ago. I've done a grocery shop, I've done some batch cooking, and I have made the best pesto pasta I've ever had. Like, such a stereotypical meal, but basically I'll try and upload a picture of it. But it contains so much veg, spinach. I also use wholemeal pasta, and I'm actually really shocked because I thought wholemeal pasta might be the nicest. I actually prefer it over normal pasta, and it costed, I think it was like 6 pence more than normal. So I think I'm just going to swap to that full time. It's like half the calories. It's got more fiber in, more protein, and I'm like, if that's the case, I'll swap to that. I don't care. That's just an obvious swap. But anyways, I thought today I would go through what my savings challenges are actually for, because a lot of you obviously are new, and and as well as that, a lot of people have been watching me for quite a while. And the one thing I often never talk about is actually what my savings challenges are for. I more just talk about sort of what I'm but I basically just so I'm saving, but I never actually talk about them. So I'll quickly just start off with my university binder first of all. There's nothing necessarily in here that I'm saving up for. These here are all just sort of categories that often get used. I've been very fortunate to get 2 gift cards as well, so I will 100% use them when I need to. I think my plan with them is if, for example, I've got a week or a month where something on budgets came up, or when you have like one of those weeks where you just spend so much and you don't know why, and like when you just like, oh my god, I cannot spend anymore, that's what I think I'm going to keep them for. And the only thing I will say is I'm trying to ensure that self-care is saved up to £20 by the time I think it's April. Probably will turn up like the end of May, April. So my plan is I'm going to put a tenner in that this month and then five in the following 2 months, so that'll be all ready. But anyways, that's not what you're here for. That's the boring one out of the way. So let's start off in here. So this here is the teal binder. This is what used to be in this binder here, the sage green one. So first of all, we have our pound savings challenge. So this is what I do with my spending money every week. So I give myself £10 and then I will roll a dice, and whatever I get on there, I will colour it in. So for example, with here, I got 3 on last Saturday's short. And I do post them. I post them on YouTube and Instagram as well. I've started just recently doing them on Instagram, but on YouTube, I've been doing them for quite a while. So feel free to check them out. Every week, usually it's a Friday or Saturday. I think I'm going to move it to a Friday, and then, because I'm going to do videos on Saturday, so I'd rather do a thing on a Friday, and then I think I might do it that way. I'm just going to move that out of the way so you can actually kind of say it without them like a big shiny bulb. Is that better? I can't tell if that's better. I think I've just made that worse, haven't I? Oh, I don't care at this point. I don't care. But this is so by the lovely Lazy Flamingo design. And that's basically what I do. Now, I haven't actually got anything at the moment I'm saving that up for. I think I might put that potentially towards one of my 2025 goals. Potentially the Days Out fund, because I wanted £100 in it. So potentially I might use some of that for that. I'll just see. Gifts, I would like to have £30 by the end of February in there. I've currently got 18. The reason I say that is because for me, springtime is so busy. I have my nana's birthday, I have my mum's birthday, I have my own birthday in there actually as well, which is quite fun. I've got quite a few family members' birthdays. I've got quite a few friends who have birthdays. Jess, who you probably would have seen me write for in what I was wrapping, like some wrapping for Christmas. She's one of my best friends, and her birthday's in April as well. So a lot going on in spring, so I'd like that just to be topped up. And that's my plan for that. I'm also going to begin starting some new savings challenges to go towards this for something else, so I'll be showing them probably in another video. I don't know yet. Let me just quickly skip ahead to let me have a look. Clothing. So clothing, I've got my book at the side in case you're wondering. So clothing, I'm wanting to have £150 in. I've got this lovely savings challenge on budget with Ira. They're £2, so they're absolutely worth it. And each icon's a tenner. Currently, that's got £20 in. You would have, if you were one of my original views, you would have actually seen me doing something similar with this clothing fund here. And you will obviously see that the tracker was mostly filled in. That was what I did quite a while ago, and then I stopped that, I want to say, about July, August time, when I kind of just fell out of love with filming, and I kind of just stopped putting into it, but I was quite happy with how about it at. I think it's got about £70 left in, because I've spent most of it, because I like to buy new clothes. I'm such a thing for clothes that literally over the Christmas break when I've been back at home, I think I need a brand new wardrobe, guys, because genuinely the amount of clothes I've spent, it's quite bad. But all budget for, kind of. Yeah, I suppose it kind of is because most of it was from Edinburgh and then the money and then stuff like that. Home. So home, I want to have £100 saved up in, and that is by the end of June. I also didn't say for this one. This is just kind of like whenever it gets there, it gets there. I'm not as fussed about this, but this one needs to be done by June. So this goes towards just the things I need for my second year university accommodation. So for example, I've talked about this. Oops. I've talked about this before, but I just need so double-sided sheets and whatnot, and just some like new equipment and what if I need anything like that. So this will save up 75, and then I've also got a little freebie scratch off I got from the lovely Rocking Witch, which saves 25, so that'll save the perfect 100, and that's currently got 15 in. So I think that should be quite doable. This one. It's one of those things I think it's just going to be a case of I just do it when I get a little bit of extra money and I should get there. So let's go into here because this has got the most savings challenges in. So this is our Sage binder. So let's first of all start off with the Topaz, and as it says, this is basically for self-care. One thing I'm trying to really do this year is actually take care of myself, because I will take care of myself in terms of I can obviously do like the bare basics, but when it gets to when I'm busy, I've always been the kind of person who will just neglect anything about myself. And like, for example, if someone else was having a problem, I'd put everything down and help them, but if it's myself, I wouldn't do that, and I'm trying to encourage myself to do that. So this is just a little bit of money for if I want to buy myself something, or for example, if something that makes me happy, so whatever that might be, just in case I need any little bits of spare money, I want to have £50 in there. And this will just be when the scratch off gets finished. So so as you can see, I've been just doing one a week, so that'll probably continue to about April time. And that's absolutely fine because that's slightly different because the self-care in my university binder is mainly for haircuts. This is more for that. Solo hasn't actually got anything designated to it, and that is the same for Heaven and Hell. However, there's a good chance that they might go towards a 2025 savings goal, or potentially they're going to go towards what I'm going to talk to you about next. So these two challenges here, the New Year and Chase the Cash. Chase the Cash literally is finished in the next cash stuffing, I'd expect. So unless I get 2, but even then I'll probably just put an extra £1 and round it up to 3. And these are actually going to go to my very exciting solo trip. I haven't actually spoke about this because this is the first video I'm filming after I booked it. But I am planning on going to Norway in April, and I'm really excited about that. I'm going for 4 days just before my birthday as well. I literally get back the day before my birthday, and so I have already paid for the flights and the hotel and the holiday insurance. And that came up to just under £400. So obviously it is quite expensive, but I'm taking this as like being my first solo trip. I didn't want to jump in at the deep end and be like trying to do it all budget when I might not necessarily enjoy it as much. I'd rather get used to it and then be able to do it more, because I'd love to do a bit of traveling, and that also gets something off my 2025 bingo card as well. So I'm so excited for that. I already used my holiday fund because I had £400 in there anyway, so I've already used that, but this is just going to top it back up in case I want to go somewhere else. And then obviously spending money will come out of there, but that's another challenge as well. So this here is DuckBucks, and this is going to be an emergency fund. So this will save up, I believe it's like £360 or something like that. And obviously I want 375, sorry, it says at the bottom. I've just realised it says that. And this has currently got 55 in, and if I can have this saved basically just by the end of the year, it's just going to be a challenge I'm just going to do throughout the year, and it'll get eventually. And obviously I said about I want 500 in emergency, so potentially one of like solo, or this might go towards it. Because this one, Heaven and Hell, is almost finished as well, so potentially that might go towards it actually. But that'll just be really good once that gets done. And last but not least is our lovely red binder. Now, obviously, we are also going to be starting some new savings challenges. I'm going to use the little minis that I've got in the budget advent calendar towards things like Father's Day and Mother's Day. So I'm going to begin doing them very shortly as well. And like I won't need to save much up, literally £25 at max is all I need. Time to Get Stuffing has nothing. And the Halloween envelope is basically going towards this here. So once that gets up to the highest amount, I'll then put it in to here. And then hopefully we'll get this done by the end of the year. I don't know what this is going to be for yet. It's saved 600, so it might potentially even go to more of an emergency fund potentially. Because I said I think I wanted 500, but obviously the more I get, the better. We'll just obviously have to see about that. But 100%, that's what we're working towards. That'll be a challenge that'll probably take me about a year to complete. Christmas market. So when I was talking before about my little trip that I'm going on, this is going to be for some spending money. So I'm planning on probably taking about £200 to £250 with me. I'm going on, as I said, a 4-day trip. So I get the plane over and I get there for about 11 o'clock in the GMT +1 time. So the time would be in Norway. And then I'm there basically the whole of the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, come back on the Thursday. Quite early on, it's like midday. So I would say 200 should be enough. Obviously I'd have to get that put into the Norwegian krona, but I'll sort that out when it comes to it. And I probably will do that before this is finished, but this money will basically just rectify whatever I take it out of. So that's probably what that'll go towards. Crack the code is, I've just written this down as just general savings, but we'll just see where that gets to. And then now, obviously we've got Christmas. I think with Christmas, I'm just going to potentially do one challenge for it, and that'll be it, because I only used, I think it was like, I think last year, all in all, I used about £110 for Christmas, which is pretty decent. And I want just a little bit more saved up. I've got like still 200 and a bit in the savings pot for Christmas. But just obviously the more I can top it up with, the better, I suppose. And I'll probably just pop that in there. And then this here is, I'm going to put this into another binder once one of my challenges are finished, because I basically started this one I think in like May time, and I have not finished it. I literally got there and then stopped doing it because it was in the back of my binder, and I never usually have much money left by the time I get there. And I think I'm going to use this one towards Days Out. Actually, I think I talked about another one potentially being used for Days Out, but this is going to be the one I'm going to use for Days Out because it's Scottish and I love going to Edinburgh and I'd love to go to Glasgow. I'd also love to do potentially like a little UK little weekend away, potentially in like November time, so quite a bit far away, but I'm thinking about that again because that'll take something off my bingo card basically. But anyways, that is the end of today's video. So I really hope you've enjoyed finding out what my savings challenges are for. And I'd also love to know if, obviously, if you've got a channel, I try to subscribe to the channels, but I'm not always the best at following. So if you have got a channel, let us know. And I'd love to potentially see what your challenges are for as well. If you haven't done a video in a while about it, or if you haven't even said what your challenges are for, that'd be absolutely amazing. But anyways, that is the end of today's video. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. Always know that you matter, as I will always keep telling you. And take care, and I shall see you on Saturday for a very exciting video, the 12 questions. Bye-bye. Wait, 12? Why did I say 12? 20, sorry. Bye-bye.